Woodley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Jets coming in at 1-2, going up against the Eagles, who come in at 3-1. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Jets.
Yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah,
there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And a peek at the offense. And Matthews, a guy that we have to talk about.
And Jordan Matthews, Brandon, is an anomaly. Normally a long receiver plays outside. He likes to work out of the slot. Does a terrific job absorbing punishment and catching the football.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now is Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Davis now. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go.
From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their big tight end. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The lone setback is Langford. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Benny Logan in there on the tackle. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
3rd down and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Langford. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. On 4th down, the Jets turn things over to Locke Edwards to punt it.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 7 yards to go on second down. Wentz to throw on second down. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Wentz now on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come up in an offset eye. From midfield, here's Wentz. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. A couple of Jets there in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it actually serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go.
Watch left. Stop right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a 1 yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be placed in a different spot.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Fresh set of downs here. Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. A gain of 32 that time.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll come out in the pistol. On the carry, it's Davis. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
On second down, here's Wentz. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. His throw caught right around the 6. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A beautiful fake. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Looking deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands. unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it's fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Jets set to take the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
They run it with McKinnon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team is showing no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
4 down, let's go. Black 20. 58.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They come up in an offset eye. On second down, Langford. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Langford again. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
I got 15.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. He's got Curse. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, we used to see on the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half.
Let's go! 3-19!
Wentz now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Wentz will try again on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Green, 39. Here we go now. Philly, 19.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? First and 10. Here's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So second and 10 here.
Here we go now. Green.
Wentz again here on second and 10. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll give it here to his running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
$10 yards still left on second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Green Beckham in motion right. On second down, here's Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. And again this time to the tailback. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Here's Wentz to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it brings up 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Eagles will hand things over to their field goal kicker, and that's Caleb Sturgis. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, It's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
McKinnon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. That would give to the big fullback. This is Whitlock. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Watch.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 4th and 3.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this one is right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people's bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Wentz now to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets take possession. And New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it's first down, New York. Langford. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They come out here in the eye. They keep it on the ground with Langford. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's McKinnon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jeremy Langford, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 2nd down. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Let's go.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. A handoff as they run the counter play. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Philadelphia first down.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Wentz. And he hits his man, Matthews. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a first carry yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down, 9 yards to go. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
To throw is Wentz. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Watching now, Barney. Here we go now. Here we go now. The Green 39. Green 39.
Now Davis. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Eagles, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.